And good morning, good morning, good morning. Please let me know that you can hear me clearly and see my slides while we give it a minute to start. Let me know you can hear me clearly and see my slides. So please go ahead in the chat box. Let me know you can hear me, you can see my slides, and thank you, Bronwyn. Please feel free in the chat box. I would love to hear, thank you, Fritz. Where are you dialing in from and what industry are you in? Welcome to everyone. Please let me know while we wait for people to come through. We had over 60 registrations today, and I see 11 people in the room. Wow. They say 20% of people who register show up. So we're still under that amount. Hopefully more people will come shining in right now. But thank you to everyone that is here. Please go ahead in the chat box. Where are you dialing in from and what industry are you in? Hi, Shane from Cape Town. Fabulous. And what industry are you in? We're just going to give a minute. Hi, Felicia. Nice to see you all. Photograph there as well from Bloemfontein. I'm in coaching. Love it. Thank you. Go ahead. Resilience and burnout prevention coach. Thank you, Shane. You are, am I saying your name correctly? Yes? Okay. Well needed. And in fact, I was like, I would love to chat to you. Felicia from Pretoria, financial service sector. Excellent. Love that. Give it to me. Let me hear where you're dialing in from and what industry are you in. So welcome to everyone. Very much wanting to welcome you to my Speak with Impact course today, or masterclass. It's your confident pitch. And this is for you if you're an entrepreneur in sales or real estate professionals. All right, we have Annika from East London, an event planner, fantastic, founder of KCQ Crop Inspection app. That sounds very interesting, Fritz. Thank you. Let me know. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Vedette, Joburg-based, hi Vedette, social enterprise and creativity-based affiliation company. So mixed industries from SME and corporates with human growth. Fabulous, I love that. And I've worked with so many different coaches as well. I've had a purpose coach. I've currently got a leadership coach working with me with the same. I'm focusing specifically on how to speak confidently so that we can solve exactly what it is that we do. So, Ron, just give me a thumbs up that you can hear me clearly. So I did have a couple of Zooms this morning. I just need to adjust. Perfect. Thank you. Bravo, farm-based manager. Company's name is Marflow Farm. Nice. Hi, Nikki from the Roberts Connection, a recruitment agency. Excellent. Well, I love that there are so many different professions here today. And I love working with so many different people because when it comes to communication and when it comes to the confidence that we need to share, it can work for every single industry. So thank you for gifting yourself this time. I am going to ask you, if you've got your cell phone open, please close it. Give yourself, turn it upside down, close the email browser, because if you give me 100% today, you're still only going to hear 40% of what I say, because so often things are happening in our mind or around us that takes our attention away. So again, thank you for choosing to be here, but I am going to ask you to give yourself this gift of time. It is just over an hour, our masterclass today, and I would love you to walk away with at least one thing new, something that you can take. Obviously, I'd love you to walk away with more, but something that you can walk away and put into application immediately. So let me know in the chat box, how many of you do cold calling or stand up in front of a group of people at a networking event, or sometimes lack the confidence or the fear just to stand up and introduce yourself to a group of people at a bar? But more importantly, how many of you, just let me know, yes, cold calling, you can do a 1 for cold calling or a 2 for networking. Otherwise, just put a 1, 2, which is both. Let me know. 1 for cold calling, 2 for networking, or 1, 2 for both. All right, so you got lots of networking, yay, cold calling, networking. Okay, get those fingers on the keyboard, nice and busy. 1, 2, and we have a 1 and a 2. So quite a bit of both, but also one or the other. Well, how often before you pick up that cold call or that phone to make that call, do you feel your heart beating, hands shaking, or having to wait your turn to step up in front of a full room at a networking function and introduce yourself? Sometimes we just hope that the words we're going to share are going to come out clearly, that everybody wants to hear us and listen to us and not completely stress out. Well, even a lot of us that may be confident still have the fear of the phone or stepping into a front room full of people. So what I say to all my participants and myself is stop right here. Put your feet solid on the ground, shoulder width apart, hands on your hips, take a deep breath, shoulder back, hands on the hips, there we go, shoulders back, chest out, and take a deep breath like Wonder Woman and fake it until you become it. And this is one of the things that I learned to start doing anytime I felt a little bit nervous or anxious before that cold call or standing in front of a room full of people. I would take a deep breath and then just pray that the person on the other side would want to speak to me, want to hear my message, and not slam the phone down and potentially shatter my confidence. Because when we get nervous, anxious, or tired, often we feel like we have plums in our mouth and nothing can come out impressively. Well, my name's Nikki Abraham, and as confident as I may sound right here today, I never had to do the cold calling or networking. You see, I started in the hospitality industry at the age of 60 or 50. And then it gave me the opportunity to work internationally for 10 years in the Caribbean. I spent 3 years working on yachts, traveling around the world before returning back to South Africa in 2004 and starting with the Woolworths coffee shops in 2005. During my 14 years working with the Woolworths coffee shops, I started off as a manager before going into a regional operations manager and then becoming the training manager for the company, from customer service to leadership to recruitment. I loved standing in front of people and teaching and training, and that's where my passion for training was born. And during my 29 years in hospitality, I never had to do cold calling or networking. Those customers just came to us. But one day I was like, I cannot do hospitality for another 29 years. I was getting to like my mid-40s and I was like, what's next for me? And this quote popped up that made the biggest change in my life. The 3 C's of life: choices, chances, and changes. You must make a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change. So I was really thinking about what's next. I've always had a massive passion, training, leadership, hospitality, but what can I do for my next 29 years? And I've always loved real estate. I got offered a position as a team leader, heading up training and recruitment for a real estate company. But what I didn't know was recruitment in real estate is more about headhunting than placing an ad and people come for a different interview. I also learned what I had to do there as far as headhunting in recruitment was start those cold calls, attend networking functions. And that's when I realized my absolute fear of a cold call or standing in front of the room, introducing myself because I needed to sell who I was. But somebody shared a beautiful philosophy with me of saying, anytime you pick up the phone, anytime you go into a networking event, it's more about your content of what you're sharing. It's more about you and your presence and your confidence. So instead of making that phone call with the absolute desperation of you need a client, you need the business, what about thinking of that cold call or a networking event like a butterfly in your garden, coming from value and building relationships? Think about a butterfly in your garden. If you see a butterfly and you chase the butterfly will fly away. But if you're just in your garden, calm, relaxed, the butterfly will eventually come and sit on you. And that's what I started doing before every cold call, every networking event. Stepping into my Wonder Woman pose, be it in the bathroom behind a closed door, in the car before I went into the room, even while I'm on my phone in my office, standing in the Wonder Woman pose while I'm on the phone, and really acknowledge that I'm coming from value and not desperation. When I had left the hospitality industry and went into real estate, my network and my amount of contacts on my customer relationship manager, my CRM system, was about 400 people. And what I learned then was your network is your net worth. How many of you have heard that before? Or, second part, your net worth will be an outcome of how many people you have in your net worth. I realized that in order for me to grow my net worth, I needed to grow my net worth. So I started cold calling, 10 calls minimum a day. I attended every networking function. But I also had to do this to build my network and build my sales funnel, but more importantly, build my confidence. Today, I have over 14,000 people on my CRM system. People that have said yes to receive my newsletters, yes to wanting to work with me, and yes for staying in contact. And even if they don't say yes right away to work with me, they always say yes within the 6 months to a year. And that's about consistently building your net worth. So anytime you think about yourself from today that you need to pick up that cold call, but you're having a bit of a shake, or stepping in front of a networking group, stop, breathe, and focus on coming from value and contribution. And today I'm going to share a simplified tool with you, which is going to help you with that confident pitch, that you can, any function you add that you need to do an introduction, utilize these tools to do it with confidence. So, this is going to be for you today. If you also want to learn tools to grow your network and your net worth, this is for you today. If you want to be confident speaking to a client, one-to-one or one-to-many. This is for you if you want to improve speaking on camera for reels and marketing. This is for you if you'd love to improve your negotiation skills like an intro. And also to speak with impactful confidence to win those clients and close the deals. So let me know in the chat box, which one would you love to do, or how many of these would you love to do to help resonate for you within your confident pitch, in your communication, or your business? Is it A, you want to grow your network and your net worth? B, be more comfortable speaking one-to-one or one-to-many? C, improve your camera presence for reels and marketing? D, improve your negotiation skills? Or E, learn how to win those clients and close the deal? Let me know in the chat box. Is it A, B, C, D, or E? All right. So Shade says for speaking on reels and marketing. Let me see. Felicia says B, one-to-one, one-to-many. C, D, E, A, B, E, B, and C. Got a lovely combination of so many different types of ways to improve our confidence. In fact, to grow our network and our net worth as well. Thank you for letting me know where you are. My goal for you is that once you learn these simplified tools, if you ever feel like you've got plums in your mouth, It's taking those plums right out. So it's not your fault. And having worked with thousands of people in the last couple of years, helping them to find their confidence and start falling in love with their voice, I have found out that so many of us lack the confidence. And it often started back at school, where you were told to go stand in front of a full classroom and do that oral, and that's where our fear started. It's also not your fault that we haven't all been taught clear communication around negotiations and sales. It's not your fault that somebody or anybody has taught you how to grow your network, which is going to help you grow your net worth. I only learned this in 2019. And it's not your fault that you may have a fear standing in front of group one-to-one or one-to-many. And that could even just be doing a reel or a marketing campaign. But this is all going to end in the next 60 minutes. I want to wave my magic wand and go push, 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 and share a powerful tool with you that's going to help you gain your confidence. Because I get this. As I shared with you, 29 years in hospitality, then stepping into real estate. I had been in this real estate company for 16 months. But 2 days before the president put the country in lockdown in 2020, our entire leadership team got retrenched. And that's when I started the Winning Attitude Skills Training. Taking my 14 years expertise of hospitality or training in hospitality, what I had learned working in the real estate business, combined with life experience, and I started my own training company. And that's when I really had to tap into my network. And more importantly, consistently, over nearly 6 years of having my business, consistently keep growing my network. Because the more people you meet, the more people you attract those that want to work with you and you repel those that don't. But you need to be consistent in growing your net worth. One of the things that I love is as I started learning these simplified tools, it helped my conversations for one-to-one and also one-to-many. I was very comfortable standing on stage speaking as far as training goes. But in 2021, somebody asked me whose life had pivoted due to COVID. And I was like, well, I have, and started my new training business. And he said, well, are you a keynote speaker? So I quickly Googled keynote speaker. I was like, yeah, I can do that. And then I got booked for 2 gigs. And I was like, well, I better learn how. 2021, I did 2 courses on public speaking, one nationally, one internationally. I then became a co-coach for 2 years, as well as a Cape Town TEDx speaker coach. I've since done many different talks for nationally and internationally for up to 5,000 people. And that's what I've brought into my training today, that it helps you learn the confidence, be it speaking one or one-to-many. Because when I started my public speaking course, I told my coach, I'm a professional winger. I can do anything on the fly. But often as a professional winger, sometimes we speak too much. We speak too long. And it's also like a washing machine on a spin cycle that keeps spitting words out. And sometimes that too can cost us a deal. So be it that you want to gain the confidence to speak comfortably, or if you would like to learn simplified tools to stop winging, come into your consciousness so you can breathe and not say too much. Speaking clearly and concisely, this is for you. So the 3 C's of life, thank you for making the choice to be here today. Thank you for taking the chance to hear me. And I am trusting you're going to learn something today that's going to help you change your life for the better in confidence, in communication. So again, speaking one-to-one or one-to-many, I brought a lot of my tools from all my public speaking training and experience into my life. And that's what I'd love to share with you. So be it that you want to get into the speaking nation or just be more comfortable speaking on camera, these are the tools I share with my participants. So I'd love to welcome you again to Speak with Impact. This is for entrepreneurs, sales, real estate professionals, coaches, business coaches. I've worked with so many different currencies, industries, from cryptocurrency, tech teams to web fleet management and working on telematics, to IT, to coaches, to real estate and sales professionals as well. So I'm very glad that you are here. I would like to add that at the end of today's session, I will be emailing everybody a one-page document, which is going to have all the notes of this simplified tool for you. As I shared, I had over 60 people registered for this workshop, 21 people in this room today. Please can I ask you, just because my time is very important of the sessions, back-to-back with coaching sessions today, please go ahead in the chat box, drop your email address. That way, as soon as we finish the session, I can just tag you and send you that thank you email with that gift. So please go ahead in the chat box, drop your email address. And we also just want to make sure you've got your full name. I see some people are here using a phone, so it's not giving us your full name, which means we won't be able to tag you correctly. If you don't want to put it out for everyone to see, you're welcome to put it there just for me. But please go ahead, put that email address there, so that way I can make sure I tag you and send that gift to you. Thank you so much. While these email addresses are coming in as well, I will be watching the chat box when I ask questions. However, any questions you may have, please feel free to write them, but also save them or write them down. At the end of our session today, I will be doing a live Q&A. You may ask any questions you have, and that way I can make sure I speak to each person individually as well, and we learn through each other. So I am going to be honest, there is an elephant in this room, and I'm very transparent at who I am and what I do. I cannot share my last 20 years of training, my last 6 years of experience of public speaking and growing my network in an hour. So I am, only with your permission, going to ask you, when it comes to that time that I share the value of the masterclass of your confident pitch, with your permission, that I can share with you the course I offer, Speak with Impact for Sales. I will first ask your permission. If you say yes, then I'll continue on to telling you about the course. But up until then, I would love to give you as much value about your confident pitch that I can. For those who've never seen me, worked with me before, please feel free after today's session, go and type into Google Nikki Abraham or the Winning Attitude Skills Training and go and see what other people have said about me. I currently have 144 Google reviews, 40 reviews on Facebook. For me, it's important for you to see what other people have said and their experience of working with me. So let's dive straight in. And my first question to ask you is, how long does it take to create a first impression? Please let me know. Thank you for everyone who's dropping the email addresses. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, Shane says 5 seconds. How long does it take to create a first impression? Vedette says 3 seconds. We have 5 seconds. Let's get those fingers on the keyboard. I can make sure you're here with me. All right, 5 seconds. 7 seconds, 5 seconds. All right, thank you. Immediately as you step up, 5 seconds. Well done to everyone. Well, it is 7 seconds or less. So anybody under 7 seconds, well done. Some people say a minute or 2 minutes, way too long. And this is the importance of when we have the confidence in our speaking and in our presence, it is immediate. And the importance of a first impression is exactly that. It starts with the way you dress, the way you show up. Now, often a lot of people work from home. We don't always dress up for work, and now we're doing our cold calls. But think about yourself. If you're going on a really hot date or you've got a really good business meeting and you dress well and you've got your heels on or you've dressed smart or your tie for a gent and you look the part, immediately our chest is bigger, our shoulders are back, like that Wonder Woman pose, and we carry ourselves very differently versus when we're sitting in our office in our PJs or in a tracksuit. The importance of always showing up with the way you dress is going to reflect in your presence and your confidence. I mean, let's be honest. Day off, pop out quickly to a local spa, and you're not wearing your best outfit. Your hair's not done, your makeup's not done, don't look our best. Aren't those always the days we bump into a friend, a client, our ex, like Murphy's Law? And this is the importance of always showing up. It's also the way you talk. If you phone someone and you're like, hi, my name's Nikki and I just want to, they're just going to go, not right now, thank you. As opposed if I phone and go, hey, it's Nikki phoning from the Winning Attitude, do you have a minute? That confidence, straight away they'll go, sure, I have a minute. Again, will adapt with your first impression and how your clients will interact with you. It's from the way you carry yourself with reverent power, the way you carry yourself with your confidence, all about your presence and confidence. And the way you smile when you're speaking to somebody as well makes a massive difference in building that relationship. Think about how often do you get telemarketers phoning you per day. And you sometimes can just hear them reading their script and almost holding up their chin. So what about stepping into that space of I am going to make a phone call, I'm stepping into my Wonder Woman pose, and something to help you smile is just bite into a pen. Like that. Do that for a couple of seconds. It gives you that natural smile and gives you that oomph to make that call. And that is the importance of first impressions. You have one chance to impress. And if your clients are not impressed, that's a no. We need to start with micro yeses from the way our client feels as soon as they see us, hear us, and see us. And this is all created within 7 seconds. So I want to share with you a couple of things I did to remove my bumps. Well, even though I started focusing on the butterfly, focusing on adding value, focusing on the smile and dressing up and showing up, I really had to start putting it into practice. And when I learned my confident pitch that I'm going to share with you, I started going out to networking functions. Not even necessarily to network, but just to build my confidence standing up in front of a group of people. I started at networking functions over 10 people and then 15 people and then 30 people to build the confident muscle. Think about how many of us go to gym. And how many people start going to gym and after a week, they're like, hey, I'm not fit yet. Because it's something you need to do consistently. And that's exactly the same as speaking with confidence. It's putting it into practice. So as I started attending more and more networking events live, it was just to build the confidence. What was amazing, the secondary objective was I made new friends, received new clients, and I gained more contacts to add on to my CRM system. But a good 4 years ago, I attended an event with APSA. My friend was running an APSA event. It was a full women empowerment evening. She invited me. I was going on my own, and I was quite nervous about that. But I thought, oh, I can hang around with her. And because she was running the event, she couldn't hang around with me. And I stood against the wall watching this woman walking in, looking absolutely glorious. And my first thing was, I should have dressed better. I should have worn different shoes. Maybe I should just go home. And I stood there and I just wished the wall would suck me in and spit me out to my car. And I was like, you know what? You've made it here. You've made it this far. You are not going home. I was like, you go to the bathroom, you close the cubicle door, you step into your Wonder Woman pose, you own it, and you get out there and start networking, even if you only meet 2 people tonight. And that's exactly what I did. That evening, there was a woman up on stage sharing a keynote about networking. And she shared the most beautiful, simplified tool of only 4 things you need to remember. Anytime you pick up the phone, anytime you had a networking function, or if you ever had a dinner party and people go, so tell me about yourself, or what is it that you do? And the formula is I am, I do, I can, I need. Now, this formula, I'm going to go a lot deeper for you, but it's a great formula to use and adjust accordingly between cold calling, networking, meeting a group of people. But it helps us stay focused in clear communication. And if all I got from that evening was this, it was the best event I've ever attended. Since then, I've applied it, I've shifted it, I train it, and I've met the lady who shared this with me, and I'm part of her networking social circle too, that I still consistently go back to continue that muscle building and meeting new people. So let's come down to the simplicity of this. I am, when people go, who are you? The first thing we need to do is introduce ourselves, and that's your name. As simple as that. What is it that you do? What is your profession? Now, quite often we have a profession that's quite high-ended in our name because we are a specialist in what we do. And everyone in the room can go, oh, I know what that is, but often majority of people have no clue. This is important for us to tell them a little bit of a story about what our profession is. But I'm going to touch on that in a minute. Then we're going to come to what I can do for you. How can I help? What advice can I offer? What valued information can I share with you? And again, it comes back to storytelling as well. And then the need, most importantly, is how can I stay in contact with you? Can I send you a follow-up email and get your email address? Can I save your number and book another call with you? How can I stay in contact with you for future requirements? As simple as that. I am, I do, I can, I need. Now, anytime we go in front of a group of people or on a phone, it means we're confiding in them. If I phone Shane and say, hi, Shane, Nikki from the Winning Attitude, do you have a minute for me? And she says, yes. That means she is taking this opportunity to listen to me, confiding in her with what I want to share. So what does the word confide mean to you? Let me know. What does the word confide mean to you? Share. Thank you, Bridget. Who else would like to share? What does the word confide? Share something about yourself or what you need. Thank you. Sharing personal information, sharing my opinion. All right. But when somebody confides in us, what does that mean? They trust us. Thank you. Share my thoughts. Trust. Exactly that. What does confide mean? Yes, you're sharing something, but you're starting to build trust. And the whole goal here is to get the know, like, and trust factor when we're speaking to our clients. So we take the word confide. Confide comes from the word confidence. So in order for us to ask somebody else to trust us, we need to have confidence in what we say, and we need to trust ourselves. And when you have confidence, it's the energy around you, which is called reverent power. When you have confidence with what you say, you have something called reverent power, which you have when you're an expert with what you're sharing. Over the years of attending so many different networking functions, I've often watched people standing up to introduce themselves, reading it off their phone or a piece of paper, telling people who they are, what they do, and what their needs are, what they can do. And immediately, because they're not making eye contact, or they're not smiling, or they're not feeling confident, they start lacking the reverent power. And when somebody lacks reverent power, they start losing the audience's trust. And this is the importance of having that confident muscle. Because self-confidence means you trusting yourself in what you're sharing with others. If I started the call today, I was like, hi, my name's Nikki. I'm a little shy, but I'm so glad you're all here. How many of you would stay if I have marketed myself going, I'm going to share with you a confident pitch? But if I'm not confident in what I'm sharing, how will you be confident with me? I'm very aware that today I've made a couple of glimpses and my words haven't been perfect. But I'm okay with that because I'm authentic. I'm myself. Sometimes it happens when we're tired, when things are going on, that we're not always perfect. But my goal is not to be perfect. It's to be real. But I still trust my words. I still trust what I share with you. And that alone, because of my experience, because of my Google reviews, because of what people have said that I've worked with, have said how much it's changed their life, I still have confidence because I trust my words and how it has helped others. So I am, I do, I can, I need. I want to give you some more information here that I'd love you to take and just start unpacking for yourself. And again, it's putting it into practice and building that confident pitch for yourself. But when I first launched my Speak with Impact for Sales, which I asked if I could share with permission a bit later, and I started working with quite a few people in my first launch. What was really interesting for me is it's all recorded on Zoom. I started the course, and within 3 weeks, I said to the audience that I was working with, don't you just want to share a little video and let me know how you're feeling after 3 weeks? Bear in mind, this is an 11-week course with 1 hour or 90 minutes per week, but the difference seen in 3 weeks was incredible. I'd love to just introduce you to Sandra, and I'd love you to witness her transformation in only 3 weeks. Bronwyn, you've got your camera on. Thank you. Please just give me a thumbs up that you can, yeah. As soon as it starts, let's see, there we go.
I've been in this industry for 15 years, East London, Knysna, Cape Town. I love challenges and I love to improve in my craft. My name is Sandra Robb. I'm with Pam Golding Properties, and I've recently joined Speaking with Impact with Nikki Abraham, and I'd like to give her a big shout out for the course that she's running.
Isn't that incredible? And Sandra, who's worked with me with over a year ago, is now doing videos weekly on her social media, very comfortable, very confident with reels and marketing in her business, and has kept growing as an excellent agent. Because once you master the art of effective communication, that alone can increase your net worth by 50%. Every time I watch her videos, I'm so proud of her. She's speaking to the camera. They never have to be perfect. They just have to be real. And how that's improved her business. Because when we learn the arts of effective communication, not only does it give us confidence, but it improves our day-to-day conversations. I now find myself, when somebody asks me a question, I stop, I breathe, I put my words together, and then I share it clearly and concisely with confidence. And that's such a difference in conversations. Every now and again, the washing machine spin cycle goes off, but I'm conscious about that and how to bring it back into place. It can help you as entrepreneurship. So for those of you that work on commission, or those of you that have your own businesses, it makes a massive impact when you're looking for new clients and working with your current clients. It will help you in your day-to-day relationships, be it with clients, colleagues, family, and friends. It gives you confidence because you're far more comfortable with what you share. It will improve your business. Sales increase. I have seen massive impact, return on the investment of learning these simplified skills and how it improves your sales, including mine. When I started using the pitch and networking functions, it was just to build my confidence. And as I started getting more comfortable, every networking event I attend, I get minimum 1 new client. So it's improved my sales. It will help you in negotiations because you're confident about what you share. And leadership. For those of you that are in leadership or have a team, the difference between a manager and a leader is effective communication. It's one of my courses I trained with over 32 years experience in leadership. Communication is in every single module that I train. So learning to speak clearly and effective communication will change your life. I would love to introduce you to Peter. He was on the same course as Sandra, and have a look at his difference in just 3 weeks.
Morning. I'm Peter. I'm from Umhlanga Rocks in KZN. The reason I wanted to do this course is I've had a bit of life history in that I have gone. Hi, I'm Peter Moroney. I'm a property practitioner with Meridian Realty in Umhlanga Rocks. I wanted to share with you just recently, I've done a public speaking course with Nikki Abraham. I've learned some incredible skills that have helped me on a professional level. And to be able to communicate clearly and concisely and confidently and with impact makes such a difference in my profession. You know, whether I'm
Again, Peter's been in my circle now since the course, consistently showing up, consistently putting it into practice. And he now does reels every single week. And I want to share with you one of his returns on his investment in a little bit. So be it that you want to gain the confidence one-to-one, one-to-many, or you just want to learn how to speak clearly and concisely, stop winging it, get off that washing machine. Let's work on your confident pitch. When it comes to I am, I do, I can, I need, this is a simplified 4-step process. And again, I'm going to give you the tools and the overview today. This is actually a 90-minute session, which is part of my course, where you walk away with all the different pitches. But today, I'm just giving you an overview so you can take these nuggets and start working with it. So when it comes to I am, often in South Africa, we're very humble introducing ourselves, and we just kind of give ourselves, you know, hi, I'm Nikki. We don't really share much about ourselves, or we don't always have the confidence saying who we are. And what we need to do here is tap into our achievements and our accomplishments in our life. Take some time and go and write an entire CV of yourself. Like, what happened at school? What achievements did you have? What certificates did you get? What distinctions did you get? What sports did you play? Once you finished school, what did you study? What degrees? What diplomas? What courses have you done? How many different jobs have you had? What positions have you had? What promotions did you get? What accolades did you get? But start really focusing on everything you've done and be proud of your accomplishments. I often work with people that go into a new industry like I did at 45. And as soon as I started in that industry, my confidence went from sky high to rock bottom. And I still remember the first time I just stand in front of 50 people and introduce myself as their leader. My mentor, my boss, turned to me and said, don't focus on what you don't know. Share everything you have done. And that just shifted me from a low confidence level back to the high confidence level. We really need to focus on our accomplishments. And when we're sharing this, we're sharing it from our heart, our head, and our gut. Some people say to me, but there's such a fine line between confidence and arrogance. The only thing that's different between confidence and arrogance is intent. If I stand in front of people with confidence and I'm speaking with passion, it comes across as confident. If I'm coming there going, I'm better than you because of, that's arrogance. So if you intentionally are sharing with your heart, your head, and the gut, that's coming across as confident. Sometimes, specifically if you're standing in front of a room full of people, or your colleagues, or potentially at a bride, share something personal, family or hobby. Yeah, I'm a mom, or I love doing this on the side. That also just makes you more likable when you're meeting people face to face. Not something I would do on a cold call, but definitely something as a little bit of an icebreaker face to face. Sometimes we forget our accomplishments and our experience can help others. And that's where we're introducing ourselves from a space that we can serve, we can add value, we are supporting the butterfly. So when we're using this particular structure of I am, I do, I can, I need, think about if you have a 60-second opportunity at a networking function. Our am, the I am part, will only be 1 or 2 sentences. Then we want to share what is it that we do and share a couple of sentences about your business. Again, speaking with your heart and with passion. We want to make sure that we're sharing enough that our audience understands what it is that we do. So we can identify the value you can add. And also coming back to your skills, your knowledge, your strengths. So even when I went from hospitality and straight into real estate, and I stood in front going, I have so many years, then it was 25 years, leadership experience. That was my skills, my knowledge, and my strengths. This is the value I can add to you as property practitioners. So you're sharing something about yourself so they can see what it is that you do. But often I've worked with so many different companies, and as I've shared, we high level with what we do, and our audience doesn't understand. I remember a good few years ago, I went to a doctor's office, and it's the first time I met this doctor. And he said, so what do you do for a living? And I said, I'm a trainer. He looked me up and down and said, clearly you're not a personal trainer. Now, very rude. However, there's so many different aspects to a trainer. So now I'm a professional extraordinaire in skills training, or I focus on soft skills training, or depending on my audience, I focus on speaking with confidence. So I'm give more clarity around what it is that we do. If you just share an overview of what we do, a lot of times we know what it is because we're consciously competent, but our audience doesn't. And this is where you can put it in a relatable story. Sharing what it is so you can create that relationship and also allow whoever you're speaking to understand it so they can ask you some more questions. So it's what can I offer you that you want? So even for Shay, who's a burnout coach, she could be like, I'm a burnout coach. Now, anybody who hasn't experienced burnout may not understand what that is. But Shane can be like, hi, my name's Shane, friends and women. I'm a burnout coach. And what that means is, have you ever felt absolutely exhausted? I mean, you usually have clarity and energy, but you just don't even have the energy to get out of bed. You're finding yourself loving the work you do. So you're working 18 hours a day. Well, that's where I step in. I want to help you prevent feeling tired and lack of energy. I would love to help you bring a clear timeline for balance, work-life balance into your life. Because what I've done, and then she goes into I have helped so many different clients just like you have beautiful holidays, wonderful time with their family, and they're still making the same amount of money that they made when they felt unenergized and exhausted. So I'm just using that as an example, and that's me understanding what a burnout coach is, although I've never spoken to a burnout coach. As I said, Jane, I'd love to have a conversation, but that's taking from what my understanding is. So how can she help? But you see there where we introduce yourself. It doesn't have to be high level of, hi, my name's Nikki, and I'm a trainer, and I will help you feel confident. Speak to me and walk away. How can we tell a story that's going to take them on the journey of what I can do for you? And great questions also help deepen the rapport. So it's like, how many of you feel like you'd love to learn to fall in love with your voice? How many of you would love to stand in front of a group of people and be confident about what you share? You know, I worked with a lady recently who was invited to do a podcast in America. And as soon as she got it, she freaked out. She said no, and then she phoned me. And I said, stop, breathe, phone them back, say yes, tell them that you actually weren't thinking straight. You would love to do it. Say yes confidently, and I'm going to help you with that because after my sessions, I'm going to share with you, you're going to do it with ease. She did exactly that. And you know what? The day of her podcast, she was so excited because of what she could do, learning these simplified tools of speaking clearly and concisely with confidence. that she now has her first podcast recorded in America and gone international. Incredible. And that's what we need to do. We want to find out what's important to our audience. And it's tapping into what is your service that you can offer. Bronwyn, who is a specialist admin solutions, there she has it on her screen. Thank you, Bronwyn, for having your camera on. What's important to Bronwyn is helping you with her admin solutions. And I know Bronwyn with over 3 decades experience in administrative skills. She's an expert in what she does. So how many of you are feeling disorganized? Or when it comes to admin, you completely shut down? Well, Bronwyn is somebody that loves admin and can help you with yours. So you can focus on things that you love to do because that's what she loves to do. So finding people to do something that you don't. This is the importance of speaking to people with love and passion of what you do. So you're telling people how you can help them. And when it comes to the I need is the shortest part of that 60-second pitch. So the I am, a couple of sentences, what can I do and how can I help you, is really going into storytelling about what it is that you do, how you can help. So people are feeling like they've been heard. They feel like you're answering the questions they may ask. And when it comes to the I need, we only ask for one thing. It's the call to action. So what is that one thing you need? Is it to connect with you on a social media platform? Is it to go and have a look at your Google reviews? My one need today is please go ahead and drop your email in the chat box. Just so after the session, I can tag you and send you that thank you email. There was my need. That was it. So maybe it's to ask for some advice. Maybe it's to get their email address to add to your database. Maybe it's a warm introduction to somebody that you know they connect with. So what is it that I need? What am I doing and what is your need? And this is the importance. I could say, yeah, I would love to share more information with you about my Speak with Impact course, but only with your permission. That's a need. But I'm giving you the option to say yes or no. I'm giving you the option to stay and listen or not. So that's my one need. What is your one need? And start small. Could be advice. It needs to be specific. Sometimes people go, connect with me on social media. And now I'm going to go look for Shane Fraser Beeman's name. And I'm saying her name because it's right here on my screen. I see that and she goes, connect with me on social media. So off I go to TikTok. No, not there. Instagram, not there. LinkedIn, there she is. A lot of people don't do that. So it would be more of connect with me, Nikki Abraham on LinkedIn. That one place, find it or give me your address, whatever that ask may be. And most importantly, always, always, always thank people for their time. Very, very important. I am, I do, I can, I need. I did share that this is a 90-minute session. So I'm giving you the overview. And when I received this overview, I've given you a lot more detail to what I learned when I was at that event that day. But how I started utilizing it and putting it, using it for my cold calls, my confident pitch, at networking functions, or just out with a group of people, has made a massive, massive difference. I am, I do, I can, I need. So I will be sharing that one pager as asked. If you haven't yet dropped your email address, please do. It will give you a lot more fun things to do with each session that you can really, really play around with it. But the more you practice it, the better it is. And that's what it's going to do. Using the structure will give you your confident pitch. I know anytime I'm driving out to a function and I get down, I'm like, oh, I know that function only lets you talk for 30 seconds. Oh, I know that function's a minute. I know that function's 3 minutes. I always say less is more. Clear, concise communication. I have my pitch in 30 seconds. And just with that, with clear clarity that the people around me can feel my passion, feel my confidence, I always gain a new client. And that's what I would love for you. So remember I shared with you about Peter. This is one of Peter's reels that he was doing on a weekly basis because he gained so much confidence for speaking on camera. Have a look here.
Hi, my name is Peter Moroney. Now, creativity isn't just a skill. Creativity is actually my signature, and I use it when I do the reels, videos, and professional photography to market your property.
And one of the things he shared with me was a message just after that. He sent me a voice and I was like, please put that in writing. He said, since doing Speak with Impact, he's completely shifted how he markets properties. Public speaking gave him the confidence to get in front of camera. He now uses videos across all his platforms, from house introductions, suburb reels, and more personal get-to-know-you content. It's helped him build credibility and visibility in his farming areas. He's getting noticed by other agents and homeowners as well. And as a result, he secured a luxury 22 townhouses and 8 apartments worth over 150 million rand. So social media, supported with strong presentation skills, has been proving to be a powerful tool. And I have watched his growth over the last year, which is incredible. And one of the things, I actually had a few client meetings this morning. Somebody was saying to me, I'm brilliant at sales, but I need to gain the confidence getting on camera. If you start looking now at social media, or even when I Google, I need an answer, and there's a few paragraphs or there's a video, I always opt for video because I'm a visual person. I don't always have to watch it. I can just listen to it. Videos are the way to go. But how many of us pick up the camera, look into the camera, and immediately we get lumps in our mouth? So my name is Nikki Abraham, and I empower entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders in business to master the art of speaking so you can communicate with confidence, sell with impact, and more importantly, lead with authority. And be it one-to-one conversations, team meetings, or commanding the stage, my Speak with Impact training gives you tools to influence, inspire, and increase your sales success. So right here, we have the 3 C's of life: choices, chances, changes. You must make a choice, take a chance, or your life will never change. And it's with this, I'm going to ask you, with permission, may I continue and tell you more information about my Speak with Impact for Sales course. Please let me know in the chat box if I may share more information with you. All right, Nikki says, please do. Yes, please. I just want to make sure I get a consensus. Thank you, Garabo. Thank you, Melvin. Fantastic. Chris, I see your finger, thumbs up. All right, but lots of yeses. Thank you very much. So I am going to continue. Well, my next program launches on 5th of February. It's an 11-week program, 90 minutes per week. It's a Thursday launch. I do also have my second launch on the 24th of February, which is a Tuesday. So just for anyone who says, I can't do Thursdays, I have 2 launching in February. One on a Thursday starting on the 5th of February, and the second one is on a Tuesday, 24th of February. I also do this particular training with companies. So if you're sitting here going, oh my gosh, my company can benefit from this, I do companies, groups. I've had from 8 up to 20 in a group. I don't like getting larger than that because I really am detailed in helping you gain that confidence to fall in love with your voice. So if you're looking at a corporate event, in the chat box, just say corporate, and I will contact you with a corporate options, time options, great team build for your business. So the program starts on the 5th of February. The program components, all the sessions are presented live, just like I'm training you right here, right now, via Zoom. It's a corporate event. I am starting with the business next month, which is a corporate event where it's in my area. I can drive. We are doing it live. All sessions are also recorded. So for those of you that can't make every session every week, all the sessions are recorded and you'll have access for 6 months after the end of the course. Or life happens, get you busy, or you want to rewatch it as well to really sharpen those skills. Each session has a workbook, there's weekly assignments, and you will get a certificate of excellence after your 11 weeks. So what this course covers, it's a jam-packed 11-week course, 90 minutes per week. If you're a corporate booking, if you want to do it over a shorter period of time, I do that as well. I've had a few companies do 3 sessions a week or 2 sessions a week. I will adapt to you. If this is for individuals coming in, it is then weekly. So session 1 is really finding your voice. It starts with your big why, how you can share that in 60 seconds, how you step into the spotlight, allowing your journey to begin. You start learning the essentials of speaking in public. You start learning how to share stories to simplify your messaging with I am, I do, I can, I need. You will then also be very clear on your purpose. I always say every time you speak, why are you speaking? What do you want to say? So why is your big why? What do you want to say, your purpose, and what outcome do you want? Those 3 points are key. And you will adapt your messaging according to your audience of who you're speaking to. So every time we speak, the why, the what, the outcome, your why, your purpose, your objective, and you learn to adapt your messaging according to your audience. Session number 2, words have power. And everything we say is so important as how our clients hear them, as well as ourselves. So that's silencing those doubts and empowering our voice, getting rid of any limiting belief, getting any fear that I can't do this. We let that go, and that's where the confidence flies. You saw the difference in Peter and Sandra just in 3 weeks, specifically after this session. It's also allowing you to be so clear on the clarity you want to share, and recognizing your clarity gives you confidence to solve someone else's problem. So after session 2, I remember Justine, who joined, and this is what she shared about the confidence she received.
It's helped me gain confidence when I'm working with people, when I'm speaking with people. I just feel so much better and know what I'm doing and what I need to say. And I actually know my goal. When I'm going to speak to people at a networking, I'm not half as frightened as I was. And I know, again, exactly what I need to say and when I need to say it. So thank you, Nikki, and thank you, The Winning Attitude.
Going to session 3, we're going to focus on the art of networking, your creative pitch, where we take this particular session and I go into deep detail that you walk away with a 30-second cold call, 45-second introduction, and a 60-second elevator pitch, but also that you're so comfortable doing it in front of a group of people. So we work with each other, as I said, small groups, so you can build your confidence. Tony, when he joined my second group, he is a minister of a church, and he had just started in real estate. And what he said to me when he started is he had that washing machine cycle that he spoke so fast, and he had to learn how to slow down. And this is what Tony shared.
Hi, Nikki. I would just like to thank you once again for the course that you presented to me about 3 months ago. You often used to speak about a 60-second, a 2-minute. Didn't quite understand what it was all about until I went into a BNI meeting as a visitor in the beginning of May, was called to do a 60-second, did it very easily, confidently. In the meantime, I've joined them. So little do I know you were preparing me to join BNI. So I want to thank you for that, and gave me a lot of confidence in my talking and to be able to talk clearly. And so I'd just like to say once again, thanks a lot. And I truly appreciate your course. Keep on, Nikki. Bye-bye. Bye, Nikki.
Session 4, beyond words. How do we speak on camera with absolute confidence? I need to drop off call. I have to. Oh, shame. Sorry to you. Sorry, I've gone a bit over time. So session 4, beyond words. How to speak on camera with absolute confidence and conviction. Session 5 is the art of storytelling, learning how to captivate your audience, and specifically speaking clearly and concisely. The audience wants to hear more. Session 6, beyond words, the power of body language, and this is for on and off camera. We often don't realize communication isn't just verbal. It's non-verbal as well, which is what body language covers. And in session 8, we cover written communication. So we can cover verbal, non-verbal, and written. Session 7 is one of my favorite sessions. It's also creating impact with your clients, understanding their personality, using this with confidence. This is one of my sessions I actually offer in every single course. In this course specifically, understanding your personality, understanding your client's personality, and how to mirror your client's language to win them over and close the deal. Session number 8, how we practice impromptu speaking, speaking on the fly, speaking, thinking on your feet, as well as to when the clients close the deal. We focus on written communication and the 7 C's of communication. So there are 8 jam-packed value sessions. There are also 2 mastermind sessions where we answer questions, we put it into practice, we unpack it, and those are the bonus sessions, part of this 11 weeks. And our final session, again, Q&A, where we do a little graduation, where you do your 60-second pitch and your 2-minute talk. So Robin Leanne also had joined my first group, and I want to share with you her confidence and what it did for her.
Hi, Nikki. I just had to share this with you. I've just signed 3 deals recently after completing the Speak with Impact course with you. And I know your training played a big role in helping me. So it's really been a game changer. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So Robin Leanne, when she signed up for the course and just stepped into the property field, and she was petrified and lacked confidence in property, but she had over 30 years expertise as a sales agent in the medical pharmaceutical field. And once she identified her accomplishments, she could now bring that into real estate. And she has been in the top 5 real estate agents for her company for the last year, simply by gaining the confidence of what she has done and putting it into application. So just to cover this again, at your introduction, your big why in 60 seconds, stepping into the spotlight, your journey begins here, learning the essentials of speaking in public, empowering your voice, art of networking, learning how to captivate your audience, creating impact, your disc with confidence, the power of body language on and off camera, winning clients, closing the deals through clear communication, plus the 7 C's of communication. So let me ask you, money aside, if this course was free, if I can help you and speak clearly and concisely with confidence, so you can increase your network, your sales, monthly commissions, let me know who would want to work with. So if this course was free, who would want to work with? All right, Nikki says, I would, definitely. Me, please. I have to share, it's not for free. I'd love to say it is. But what I have learned is that investing in yourself will give you such a great return on your investment as well. I have also learned that when we don't put skin in the game, we often don't show up 100%. What I've also learned is I choose to invest in myself every single month because it's so important for us to constantly look at how can we become better as well. So if I say money aside, I see the different industries here. I mean, if I said, please can I get a coaching session for a month for free? Or can I please get a new property for free? Or who'd like to sell my property at 0% commission? I don't think anybody here would say yes. So there is a fee and a small fee for everything you receive here today. I'm not going to introduce you to Anya right now. Anya is just I'm very time conscious, and I know I've spoken a bit over time. But if you'd love to see the difference of Anya in 4 weeks, please go ahead and say Anya in the chat box, and I will share this video with you. Again, please go and have a look at the Google reviews. Go and look what other people have said, that the confidence they've received and how it's changed their business. So be it that you just want to gain the confidence to get off that washing machine or be comfortable one-to-one or one-to-many, this is for you. And you can continue doing what you're doing right here, or you can learn these skills and go there really fast. So I love people that say yes. I love action takers. I love people that are ready to invest in themselves. So if you join me in the next 24 hours, these are additional free bonuses that you will get. You get to join my Go-Getters for 10 weeks, which is a business mastermind session every Tuesday for 30 minutes. It's jam-packed value. You get to network. We have over 40 people in our group. It is high power. It's been going now, going for about 14 months. It is incredible. 10 weeks of free, for free, go-getters. You also will get the following sessions, on-demand sessions. They have been pre-recorded, but all of these will help you with your course as well. You can get a course on Find Your Voice with AI to create captivating content. You will also get how to handle challenging clients using a 6-step principle called the BLAST principle. You will learn the art of negotiation, communication. Each of these are individual sessions for 90 minutes. Welcoming, you'll learn master the art of goal setting. You will also have time mastery for unparalleled success. So 6 on-demand training sessions, including go-getters as well, plus 2 live masterminds with myself. So the value of all these individual bonuses, as I'm listing here, Go-Getters Business Mastermind, Find Your Voice with AI, Handling Challenging Clients, the Art of Negotiation. If you want to buy any of these individually on the website, that is what they're priced at. Master of Art of Goal Setting, the Time Mastery for Unparalleled Success, and 2 Mastermind bonus sessions. When I launched this course in 2024, I valued the course at $7,997. In the last year, I've had over 200 people go through this course. And when I asked them what they valued the course of, it was over 10,000 to 15,000 Rand. So with that, the course price $7,997, total value is 20,568. I am still running for my February launch, either for the 5th of February or the 24th of February, my 2025 prices for the last time. So all of these will be included if you join within the next 24 hours. My final 2025 launch price is 4,997 Rand. So you get to save 3,000 Rand. If you sign up in the next 24 hours, it includes the bonuses. I am going to send you an email though. Even if you just pay the 1,000 Rand deposit within the next 24 hours to say yes, terms and conditions apply. The full amount will have to be paid before the course starts. But just to secure that spot, that you can do as well. And the link I'm going to share in the chat box is right there on the screen. Please go ahead and click the link straight away. There is also payment options that you are welcome to choose. So there's the link. Go ahead and click on it straight away. And here are different payment options. So you can do a once-off payment, 2 payment, or 3 payment. Reminder for this price starts on the 5th of February, which is a Thursday, or 24th of February, which is going to be a Tuesday morning. So I'll come back to the screen as well. So who am I? My name's Nikki Abraham, and I am a professional extraordinaire in leadership, a public speaking strategist, and a Cape Town TEDx speaker coach. I love helping people find the confidence to fall in love with their voice, so they too can speak clearly and concisely to win clients, close those deals, and make an impact in what it is that they do. I would love to work with you. Go on this journey and watch your growth in learning how to speak with confidence. Sign up for the workshop, say yes, invest in yourself. As I've shared, action takers, next 24 hours only, secure your spot. This will come out in your email with 1,000 Rand, as well as your gift with your one pager. And I am just going to leave the screen right there. The link is in the chat box. And I would firstly like to say thank you, thank you, thank you to every person who joined you today and invested your time spending it with me. I would love to hear in the chat box, are there any questions? You can raise the digital hand, or any questions or key takeaways. I would love to hear how you felt about today's workshop. Please give me feedback or any questions. I am here to answer. Go ahead, don't be shy. Let's start the confidence journey. Any questions, you're welcome to go ahead and type out. Otherwise, click on the link as well. Really looking forward to hearing from you. And again, I hope I've got everyone's email address that I can share that email with you. I'll tag you straight off this meeting, share that email with you so that you can get the gift of the one-pager and all the links as well. Reminder, if you're thinking this is something fabulous for your company, please go ahead, type in corporate, and I will give you a shout. Even if you send it to me privately with your number, I can give you a shout between now and 2 before my next meeting as well, and we can discuss that. Super excited to take my communication skills to the next level. Yay, Shane, very excited to hear. Fabulous. And often what we find, even in our groups that sign up, that becomes your own networking group. And we often learn with them through each other. But the outcome that I've had from every single launch, you gain a new group of friends, you gain people and business, and I love what you do, Shane, because so many people need you. You gain new people and business as well. That takes you to the next level. I do not go bigger than 20 when you're asking how big the groups are. I cap it. Generally, it's 12 because quite a lot of people will sign up, but they don't want to watch live or they can't watch live. So then I work with them one-to-one on the side. We do little videos as well. But generally, I'll cap it at 20, but even on groups of 20, I find a lot of people prefer to watch it online because they still have that fear. They do, but then they work with me one-to-one on WhatsApp just to make sure that they are comfortable. So, but that's as big as I go. So hope that helps. I will definitely be joining as I keep falling over my own words, doing cold calls. Awesome, Fritz. And Fritz, it happens. It happens when we get nervous or, how we handle, how we talk. And we really spend a lot of time focusing on that. Oh, Nikki says I'm in. Fabulous. So glad to hear. And Fritz, a bonus on top of this is I'm going to be launching specifically the cold calling session, 3-hour session. And if you say yes today, Fritz, you will get that as a bonus as well. Plus anybody listening right here, let me not just do it for Fritz. So you will learn how to do a 60-second pitch, but I am doing as well an exclusive just for cold calling to go far deeper there as well. So I love that. Let me know, are you in? I would love to hear who I'm working with, who is in, and I'm very excited to start working with you as well. If you do your payment, I will contact you as well and make sure that I got you on the right course. Do you help with BSLS? I am going to ask you, what does that mean? BSL, I'm thinking virtual sales legacy. Just go ahead and type it so I can make sure I've got the correct video sales letters. The 2-minute art of storytelling, if I'm understanding you correctly, so if you want to send out a video, is that what I'm understanding? If you want to send out a video, yes. Yes, so we do that in the art of storytelling. Art of storytelling, we actually work on 2-minute scripts, but you can do it. I use that formula for my 60-second scripts that I do my videos with. So definitely, and I would love to hear more about that. But as far, I've never heard of video sales letters. I'm going to make a note so I can just make sure I do understand that correctly. Otherwise, you're welcome to unmute and we can chat about it. Can I ask you to unmute? Okay. All right, you're welcome to let me know more, and I will investigate that as well. But yes, I use it for my 2-minute scripts. Today's formula that I used was very similar to my 2-minute formula, so I can use it. It's also part of public speaking, where you can use the same formula for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes, for an hour, which is great. Okay, so I hope that helps. I have to drop off. I'll definitely join. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Fritz. Looking forward to working with you as well. So I understand time is of essence. Thank you to everyone who joined today. And if you cannot join now, stay part of my database. I will keep you updated for future launches. I am being transparent. This is the cheapest the price will be for these 2 launches. After this, price will go up. So if you can do it, even pay the deposit, speak to your bosses, speak to someone, go and get a loan. Come and join me. But thank you to everyone who has said yes. I am just going to drop the link again below. I will leave this page up for a couple of minutes, and I will be switching my camera off. If there are any questions, please feel free to reach out. But from myself, thank you very much for being here. I really, really appreciate your time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And yes, blessed and looking forward to working with everyone. That's my end Q&A. There we go, but I'll leave it on this page. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Bye, everyone. Looking forward to working with you.